All right, wicked.
Baby, you light up my world like nobody else.
You're so beautiful when you sing.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Punchline Podcast. Today, I have decided to be Muhsin Yasalada. Who have you decided to be today?
John Jones.
John Jones.
Yeah.
Oh, what a segue.
I'll poke you in the fucking eye.
Oh, how have you been, Farhan?
That was a quick segue.
Yeah, that was very quick.
Let's just get straight to it. I've been good, man.
We should talk about what we've been up to the last couple of days first, because we've been on an emotional roller coaster.
We have, yeah.
Yeah. We went to Manchester together for some gigs.
Yeah.
We sat in a car for a very long time, and one guy had an iPad.
And he almost tried to
Kill
crash
us
the
all.
car.
Some guy in the front seat, right?
He was just happy to be there.
He was the promoter's assistant, I guess. Yeah. And he was sat in the front seat. And me and Farhan were sat in the back seat.
Basically, context for this guy, he's like a fresh guy from Pakistan.
Nice guy.
He never goes out the house. He literally just, his life is just his kids and his wife, and he never leaves the house.
Nice guy.
So this guy was just happy to be there.
But nice guy.
Nice guy, but he was
okay. Good.
But he was like, bro, we went to a restaurant and this guy was eating everything, bro. He almost killed Muhsin for a fucking piece of chicken.
Yeah. He literally
he fucking went across the table, clamped down on the
bread.
fucking chicken. Yeah. And then he was just sucking all the bone marrow dick out of the.
Oh yeah.
Out of the
you know when
dicks.
people do play operation
on like
with a bone.
Oh, yeah. He was just fucking sucking that, deep throating that
He
shit.
literally crawled over my body to grab a piece of bread, and I looked at him. I was like, "Bruv, you took that bread like someone was trying to take it away from you."
And then 2 random Egyptian girls came.
Oh yeah. We had dinner with 2 random
Shout
Egyptian
out to
girls.
Noor and
Salami. Sanabel. We just had dinner with 2 random Egyptian girls who came to the show.
Yeah.
They were friendly.
Nice girls.
Nice girls.
Did they join you afterwards?
Pardon?
They joined you for dinner afterwards.
They just came for dinner, yeah.
They just wanted to come and have chips.
It wasn't. I don't even know how that happened. Like the promoter must have just invited them.
They just
dinner.
looked bored.
Yeah.
They just wanted.
Because we started heading to the cars, and next thing we know, there's promoters ordered an Uber to get us there. Shocking turn of events.
Nice girls, but yeah.
Very nice girls. The nice guy who was a little bit special. While we were driving to Manchester, he had those fold-out phones.
Yeah.
He had one of those, and for some reason wanted to show us a video of Preet Singh's performance at a previous show. Right? Preet, if you're listening to this fucking happened. You nearly got us killed. Yeah. Right? Gets his fucking mini iPad out and puts it bang on in the middle of everyone while the guy's trying to drive. With a massive smile on his face. We were walking in the pouring rain after dinner, right? It was like 1 a.m. in Manchester. And we're all like speed walking to get to the car because it's chucking down in rain on Wilmslow Road, which is like the Curry Mile in Manchester. Yeah. And these guys are ahead of me. I'm in the middle. And I was like, turn around. Where's Amir, the guy we were with? Who's a little bit special, bless him, right? And I turn around, and in the pouring rain, he's taking a photo of a balloon with a massive smile on his face. I just looked at him, and I was like, you know what? I'm happy, you're happy. I just carried on walking.
How long have you been running for?
3 minutes.
3 minutes, okay.
Why? What'd you
I'm
ask?
going to do timestamps in the middle of the show.
Oh, isn't that not going to distract you?
Nah, that's clever.
Okay.
I could do that if you want.
Oh, did you hear that?
Okay.
Can you actually do that?
Yeah, sure.
All right, fine.
Fucking hell. Lucas.
I'm the producer, man. That's what I do.
I feel like Lucas needs a pay rise.
I do.
Yeah.
Tell Mooch that.
Because you do a lot.
I do.
But if he gets a pay rise, do we have to pay more?
No. Yeah, probably, yeah.
Does your... Don't get a pay rise. Stay poor, Lucas. Stay poor. But that was our weekend. We had... thank you to everyone who came to Frog and Bucket.
But I was really tired.
He was tired.
Because I was up late watching...
The boxing.
UFC 285, actually. This time.
Oh, yeah, of course you were.
I was,
the joke finally aligned. It's probably
Yeah.
aligned a few times.
A lot of times, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it would be like, oh, it wasn't that late because it was a Tyson Fury fight or an AJ fight.
That was late.
Yeah.
That was 6 a.m.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, man, I was watching that.
All right, do you want to start us off? What did you think?
I think that the biggest takeaway I have from UFC 285 is that Africa has their star. Dricus du Plessis.
Oh, fuck off.
Dricus du Plessis.
That's like John Jones. Is he like claiming his heritage?
Dricus du Plessis is Africa's next big star. He's going to headline it in a few years. And could you imagine UFC Africa, Israel Adesanya versus Dricus du Plessis, main event, South Africa versus Nigeria? It's a good fight.
If Dricus, headlined the UFC Africa, I know he's African, but it still feel racist, doesn't it?
It is a little
It'd be
bit.
hella racist.
But the thing is, I think it would be a good fight. I think because Dricus du Plessis has this weird thing where he's always losing and getting banged, but then he ends up pulling it out somehow. I don't know what it is, but
Izzy would destroy him.
I think Izzy would, but
He would eat him alive.
yeah, Izzy would, but
Yeah.
still, I'd like to see that.
That's almost Izzy's perfect opponent.
Yeah,
Because he'll have a go,
yeah,
so he'll get countered,
yeah,
because he'll fancy his kickboxing ability, but
Yeah.
he's nowhere near. I can't stand that guy, bruv.
yeah.
I don't know what it is about him. I
name.
want to fight him. I know I'll
Dricus
lose.
du Plessis, the name,
I want to fight you, Dricus, and I know I'll lose.
bro.
Oh,
You wouldn't lose. He would destroy you.
No, I'll lose a fairly.
He would kill you.
No, no,
Yeah, you'd be dead.
No, I'd be. Yeah.
No, you'd be dead, and all your ancestors will be dead, and all your future
Yeah.
children will be dead.
I don't like the guy.
Yeah,
I don't like that. Because he beats people I like.
yeah. Do you like Derek Brunson?
Yeah, you gotta like Derek Brunson.
But yeah, let's start from the top.
Okay. Yeah, that
So-
was an annoying way to start. You put me in a bad mood for the rest of the episode. Now I'm thinking of ugly Dricus. You know who Dricus reminds me of?
Who?
Who was that wrestler in WWE who was like who made like he had a hot run and his character was about being like a social media guy?
The Miz.
No. And he was attached to John Cena for a while. His character was like
I don't know.
all about being on social media.
I don't know.
What the fuck was his name?
The Miz.
No.
I'm pretty sure it's The Miz.
No. There was another one. And he had a good run for about a year. Fuck. And then he went back to being like a C-level fighter.
Oh, okay, I don't know.
Wrestler. Anyway, he reminds me of him. But he also reminds me of The Miz.
Okay, fine.
Awesome.
So,
I think everyone just stopped listening.
the question to start this is, who is the GOAT of MMA?
John Jones.
John Jones is the now.
It's hard to argue.
John Jones, yeah, solidified GOAT status. I look at it like it's literally like it was already confirmed, but he just came and just reconfirmed it, just
Yes.
like Messi reconfirmed it by winning the World Cup.
I have.
But I still like Ronaldo better.
Before we carry on, right? I have a game I want to play with you later on.
Okay.
So we're both gonna bring up GSP's record
Yeah.
from his second title run,
Yeah.
and compare it. Well, actually, we'll just do that whole run,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And compare it to John Jones because Luke Thomas the other day
saw,
was
yeah.
arguing that GSP.
It's dumb.
I think that's dumb. So we'll go fight by fight, and we'll say, all right, for that fight,
Yeah.
and that makes sense going fight by fight because you're comparing it at the stages of their career,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Also, John Jones has like 17 fucking title defenses.
Yeah, yeah.
GSP's got like what 9?
So we'll go like for like on their records until we run out of room.
Yeah.
Because obviously one will have a bigger, longer record than the other. That'd be fun.
So I was wrong. I thought Cyril Gane would have won.
Did you predict Cyril Gane?
No, I thought it was gonna be a tough fight.
I forgot that you predicted him.
I predicted I changed my prediction last minute, but I thought it was gonna be a closer fight.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be competitive. It was just not competitive.
Can I just say, my Mystic Muslim prediction last week wasn't that far away.
It was correct in a longer way.
Yeah, like I said a flying knee.
Yeah.
There was no flying knee.
No.
He slipped outside.
He got kicked in the balls.
Got kicked in the balls. I didn't predict that.
He got kicked in the balls and was like, "I'm ending this now." That's what happened.
You know, I was watching back the fight, right? And Cyril Gane just looked emotionally checked out.
He just looked like he was, just happy to be there and just.
I think two things happened, right? John Jones, incredible performance, but
Incredible.
Cyril Gane also underperformed.
Yeah.
Cyril Gane is going to be kicking himself for a while about
I mean,
that
he should be
performance.
kicking himself for the Ngannou mistake, going for the leg lock when he could have just stayed on top. He should be kicking himself for that because he would be champion.
What we've learned about Cyril Gane,
Just inexperienced.
yeah,
Very inexperienced.
he seems to have a very high kickboxing IQ, but
Yeah.
a poor MMA IQ.
Yeah.
I mean, but what do we expect? I mean, realistically,
Yeah.
you know, hindsight's 2020, right? Like we
Yeah.
can look back on his own, and obviously we beat him in like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, whatever
Yeah.
it was. It wasn't competitive, so now it's easy to say all this, right?
Yeah.
But did we really think a guy who's been doing MMA for 5 years had a chance of beating John Jones?
Well, the thing is, we thought Ngannou versus Stipe. Ngannou
Yeah.
had like 6 years of MMA experience and then was fighting Stipe
and he got scored.
and he got schooled.
Yeah.
But then he looked at that loss and he came back and he destroyed Stipe.
Yeah.
And then he wrestled Gane. So it's like, and Ngannou had the, he had the team around him. He had Usman around him. I don't think Gane's got that. Like, I think Gane stayed in Paris, right? And I don't think the MMA kind of like, I don't think he's learning enough MMA. He's probably just like doing the kickboxing. I don't think he's learning enough overall game, wrestling, grappling, submission defense.
Cyril Gane's performance in that fight and Francis Ngannou's performance in the first title fight against Stipe is a damning indictment of the MMA factory in France.
Yeah.
It's not a good look, man.
It's good to get guys into UFC and knock out, older fighters and, people that aren't that great. But when you're fighting a guy like Stipe or John Jones that are like elite mixed martial artists, it's not going to go that well.
And it's also probably because of the lack of depth in talent in France.
Yeah.
Like, where are you going to get good wrestling? You have to bring people in, and that's expensive.
And most of them start off as boxers or kickboxers as well, so.
And also,
like, there's a guy right now, Doumbé. I don't know if you heard of him.
Yeah?
Yeah, Doumbé. Yeah. He's like just killing guys in France, but.
He was refused entry into the UFC.
Is it?
Yeah, because he couldn't get licensed because he wasn't experienced enough. Bullshit.
Well, Bo Nickal, but anyway.
Exactly.
But yeah, the fight, John Jones, Cyril Gane, most people predicted John Jones, but no one saw it being that easy.
No one.
No one thought that John Jones would come off after 3 years, heavier, looking kind of thick, grey hairs and beard, and just like destroy him. He literally he just threw him around like a baby, man.
John Jones
He just sinked in that choke.
John Jones said Cyril Gane was the most incomplete fighter in the UFC top 5 heavyweight
I think
rankings.
that's top 5, yeah.
Incomplete, as in stylistically.
That's probably fair.
And in turn, I guess, I mean,
how many? Yeah, I think John Jones versus most of them will probably go like that. Probably, except Stipe, but yeah.
Curtis Blades, you ain't dragging Curtis Blades to the ground like that.
Yeah, but Curtis Blades is kind of dumb, so I feel like he'll do something stupid.
Yeah, but you're not going to drag him to the ground.
That might be a stand-up battle.
Yeah, it would be.
It probably would be.
It would be because they're not going to get each other down.
Shall we do John Jones versus the heavyweight division?
Go on.
Okay.
Does he take him down, do you think? Do you think John Jones takes Curtis Blades down and holds him there? I mean, if he can do it to DC.
Yeah, I feel like he could. I'm not, like, Curtis... Internet's not working. Curtis Blades is, good fighter, but I don't think... John Jones is just a different level, man.
People underestimate, because John Jones wasn't like a D1 college wrestler. He had D1 college wrestling ability, but he was also John Jones, so he couldn't get into a D1 school.
It doesn't matter, man. John Jones is just John Jones, bro.
You know what I found out the other day?
What?
So John Jones' mum died in 2017.
Yeah.
And his sister died of brain cancer before she was 18.
Yeah.
Those kind of things kind of maybe might explain his erratic personal life behavior. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like Kanye as well. When his mum died, he just went insane, so...
Can't be easy. And also brain damage doesn't help.
Yeah.
So what we doing, heavyweight rankings?
Yeah, internet's not working, so we can't.
Do you not have data?
Yeah, it's not working.
Let me try mine.
But yeah, man, I think Cyril Gane, I have a feeling that now that this has happened to him, I don't know if he's going to come back the same anymore. I feel like he's probably going to go on a mad losing streak. Because let's think about who is he going to fight next? He's probably going to end up fighting Curtis Blades or something. And I feel like Curtis Blades will probably just take him down and do the same.
It is a terrible idea to give him Curtis Blades.
I know, yeah. Because that will bury him.
Idea.
That will literally bury him.
Who's a good guy to give him?
Because he's actually fought most of the heavyweights. So he's going to have to go way down now and fight someone.
I know what they're going to do.
What?
This is such a bad idea for both guys. But they're going to give him Aspinall.
Oh.
That's a terrible idea.
It's a good fight, though.
It's a good fight.
It's an amazing fight.
But that's not a good career move for either guy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Because it's like a title contention level fight without getting a title at the end, or a title fight at the end.
Exactly, and neither of them are kind of ready for that for different reasons.
Yeah.
Cyril Gane mentally and Tom Aspinall physically.
Yeah.
They both have their reasons why they need...
But that fight could literally headline Paris or London. That would be a mad fight.
And the problem is, Cyril Gane's already fucked up a lot of people at heavyweight, so he's run out of options.
Yeah.
Oh, your internet's working now.
Well, it's working here, but... Yeah, like he beat Tai Tuivasa, he beat Derek Lewis, he beat
Rosenstrike.
Rosenstrike, JDS. He's beat a lot of good guys, man.
He's really limited his options.
Yeah, because who's Pavlovich fighting next?
He was a standby for this fight.
Oh, is it?
They could give him. I like his chances against him
Yeah,
because Pavlovich will stand with him.
Yeah.
And Cyril's not known for taking many shots.
yeah.
That's a fight he can win quite comfortably. Outpoint him. I think that fight would look quite similar to the Volkov fight
Probably, yeah.
in stylistically.
But yeah, I don't know. What do you think of like John Jones' walkout and stuff?
He's a weird guy, isn't
He's
he?
a weird guy, man.
He's a weird guy.
Had 2 different songs. It was epic though. He had the whole arena going mad. All the stars were there.
I mean, he's not the biggest star the UFC's ever had, but if you look
But
at
it
his
felt
pay-per-view,
like Mayweather.
big,
It felt
yeah.
like a big fight. It was a big
felt
fight.
big.
Yeah.
It felt big.
I mean, it's the GOAT, innit? It's the GOAT came back, so
He had his missus there, innit?
yeah. It's nice moment.
I know it's a nice moment, but there was also like, you know, when everyone in the room knows your secret.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I mean?
You're saying the Chael stuff.
No, the domestic violence stuff.
Oh, domestic violence.
Yeah. Like everyone kind of knows their history now. So
Yeah.
seeing them kissing in public is like, are you a victim in denial? What's
Yeah.
happening? We don't know the whole story, innit?
Yeah.
But like, it did almost feel like a,
And then
kind
there's
of moment.
the Valentina stuff as well.
oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, he did. They asked John Jones to play a word association game with fighters.
Yeah.
And they said Valentina to him, and he said warrior princess,
Oh, right.
which doesn't really help his.
That's how he talks, though.
Yeah, he says weird shit.
Yeah, he says weird.
And his wife is probably used to him saying weird shit.
Yeah. But yeah, that was. But yeah, did it? I don't know. Did it?
Every time I see John Jones' wife, I forget how white she is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, she's
So-
white.
So should we discuss if John Jones is the GOAT then?
I mean, he is the GOAT. There is no conversation to
Oh,
have anymore.
did you see a few people were saying that Cyril Gane threw the fight?
There's a lot of talk
Yeah.
on that now.
It's like
No.
how shocking is it that a guy with no wrestling versus a guy who's meant to be the GOAT with wrestling did that to him? Like, how
Yeah.
shocking is that to believe?
And also, if you really want to go down that route, throwing the fight is a financial risk.
Yeah,
Because if you win,
yeah,
you've got the keys to the kingdom, my
Yeah.
friend. You know,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
not
yeah.
the fights you throw. You know, the fights you throw is when you are like the James Krause kind of guys, you know, those kind of guys where
Yeah.
there's like no one's really watching.
All it is like people were so shocked
Mm.
at how John just destroyed him that they have to say, "Oh, he's actually not that good. It's fixed. Oh, he's a PED user, whatever." But like, just hating on John Jones, man. He's the GOAT, innit? He's the GOAT.
Most match fixing in a lot of sports generally happens, obviously happens at the highest level as well, but generally happens at lower levels of the sport
Yeah.
because there's less eyes on it.
Can we
That's
do
why
a?
you'll see someone you'll see like a suspicious bet. Someone's put £1 million on an under 18s Division 3 football game in Ethiopia. You know?
Can we do a quick thing where I say a few guys which people might say are the GOAT, and you just dismiss them with a few words versus John Jones?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why is GSP the GOAT over John Jones? Or why? Sorry, I fucked that up. So why is John Jones the GOAT over GSP?
He's fought better opposition. He's never lost. Done it for longer.
Yeah.
GSP had a good run, but done it for much longer.
Okay. What about Khabib?
Khabib doesn't have the body of work that John Jones has.
Yeah.
And although Khabib is 29-0,
Yeah.
guess who else is 29-0, technically speaking?
Yeah.
John Jones.
Yeah. What about Khabib being more dominant though?
Over a shorter span of time. But if you look at John Jones's initial run, that was as dominant as anything else I've ever seen people do in multi-facets of the game. So he would beat people at their own game, which is kind of more dominant and scary than what Khabib did.
Okay. Mighty Mouse.
Mighty Mouse didn't have the opposition,
Yeah.
although an amazing fighter, yeah.
Anderson Silva.
Anderson Silva kind of diminished himself a little bit. I do think, although Anderson Silva probably has the best kickboxing we've ever seen in the UFC, John Jones's game is just way more well-rounded, even though Anderson Silva was brilliant as well.
There's no real other ones, to be honest. Jose Aldo, but he lost. No one. It's just really you could only make the argument for GSP, and then you could
Yeah.
say Khabib if you want. But other than that, no one.
So Do you think you can have a top 10 list without Henry Cejudo in it?
The top 10 GOAT list.
Yeah.
Do
Do you think Henry Cejudo has to be in the top 10 now?
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Because
I would still put Dominic's career over Cejudo's.
really,
Yeah.
I don't agree with
Dominic
that.
Cruz did way more. Dominic Cruz had way more title defenses. Yeah. Dominic Cruz is the greatest bantamweight of all time. Still.
Who's both? They have the. They're two bet. Actually, you know what? You might have a point here.
Because Cejudo's...
They've both beaten DJ,
Yeah.
and they've both beaten TJ.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
here's the but.
Cejudo had 2 belts.
And Dominic Cruz weight picked on DJ.
Yeah.
He beat him just by size.
Yeah, but Demetrius is doing all right in 1 at that weight class. So.
Much younger.
And then Cejudo, you could say the same. And he barely beat DJ as well.
And that's also one. The level's
Yeah.
just not the same.
But I don't think Cejudo's even the greatest bantamweight of all time. He won the belt and chipped. It's like saying McGregor's the greatest featherweight
Alright.
of all time.
So Cejudo comes back,
Yeah.
beats the fuck out of Aljamain,
Yeah,
and has one
then,
more title
then guaranteed
defense.
top 10, yeah.
And he's also beaten Cruz.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was an older Cruz. It's like Conor beating Aldo doesn't make Conor a better featherweight overall than Aldo. Aldo still has 8 title defenses or 9 title defenses.
Yeah, but it wasn't close either, though.
Yeah, I know, but it doesn't matter. It's like, well, you'll rank McGregor over Aldo in pound for pound featherweight of all time
I would say McGregor's probably had a better career than Aldo,
at featherweight.
just overall.
If we're just talking about just 145, then no.
No, but overall,
Yeah.
whose career would you rather have?
Yeah, McGregor's, yeah.
McGregor's.
But that's because of financial gain.
Who would you say was the better fighter
Um,
in their prime? So you take two of that. You take Jose Aldo's prime and you take Conor McGregor's prime. Who was the
mean,
be fighter?
probably Aldo. Aldo was more
Yeah,
dominant.
probably.
Aldo was dominating title fights. Aldo lost to McGregor, and then he was still competitive at like 35 years old. He beat like Marlon Vera. He at 30 something years old. He's still good. Whereas McGregor fell off pretty hard.
Yeah, alcohol does that.
Yeah.
Alcohol does that. But I think, despite all, this is the problem with the sport, right? Despite all of his transgressions, the law, the drugs, it's hard when you just look at the man's skill. Forget about the accomplishments.
You talking about John Jones?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the man's skill is unbelievable.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a soft spot to his game.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, the narrative of Khabib was always got to keep him standing,
Yeah.
right? Obviously, it never happened, but that's the idea people had in their head. With McGregor, take him down.
Yeah.
With Anderson Silva, you got to wrestle him. DJ, again, very well rounded.
Yeah.
There wasn't a clear narrative for DJ either, right? You got to have size on him because he's tiny. You know what the bullshit argument with John Jones was?
Wow.
When he fights people who are his size.
But this guy's kind of bigger than him. And
Yeah, and look what he did to Gustafsson in the second
I
fight.
was a little bit disappointed in John Jones. I can't lie. On Saturday, I wanted to see more. I wanted more.
I'd be pissed
He
if I
just
paid
made
for a
it
ticket.
Yeah, he made it so easy.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was there, it would be hype anyway.
Right, yeah.
But
yeah.
I wanted to, because when he was throwing punches, it was really exciting.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see him land a few and see what his power's like at heavyweight.
Imagine you paid $60 for that pay-per-view and you just cared about John Jones. You'd just be like, okay.
That's
we're
why
done.
that's why being a casual sucks. I literally watched every single fight from 10:30 p.m.
Yeah.
I watched all of them. So
Yeah, and we don't have to pay for it here,
yeah,
which is great.
well, kind of BT Sport, but yeah,
Yeah, but
I
it's
got it
not
for free anyway.
Yeah, and I get it for free from you. So safe. So shout out your mum for paying for my BT
It's free.
Sport.
We got it for free now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Or is it like a support the poor kind of thing?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Support the poor with some free
Support the
sport.
poor!
With free sports on TV.
Lucas, you support the poor? I
Okay,
support the
that's
poor.
enough John Jones talk. Shall we talk about Alexa Grasso? I told you she was paying.
What's that got to do with her beating Valentina?
It does everything.
She's quite pretty.
Alexa Grasso.
She's quite pretty.
Yeah.
Not how you say it.
I think she's beautiful.
Really?
I love her. I'm in love.
Not feeling it.
She
won.
She won.
Even though I confidently said on the Clocks on the Stove collab podcast, let's be honest, she's going to get fucked up. She did not.
I didn't really have a pick either way. I kind of just went with Valentina because I thought it was a popular thing to do. But I knew Alexa wasn't a scrub, and I knew she wasn't just going to get dealt like that. But
I didn't know her striking was that clean.
the first round, she looked really good. She definitely won the first round. 2 and 3, it was like,
Close.
oh, this is how the fight's going to go. She's going to keep getting taken down.
Yeah.
Then the 4th round, Valentina made the Chris Weidman error.
Yeah.
Spinning kick that fucked up. And
Do
then,
you remember what we said on the last podcast? We said, when you've been a dominant champion for so long, people work out tricks to beat you.
yeah.
That's exactly what happened with Valentina. She threw the spinning back kick. Grasso studied that. She's been doing her entire career and said, when she throws that and I notice it, I'm going to step off to my right just so I'm out the way and I'm grabbing her back
Do you
and
see
I'm
how
dragging
quick-
that bitch to the ground.
Do you see how quick she got the back and like synced in the choke? Do you see how?
So
do you see
quick.
how like much force was in that choke? Like Valentina's face turned white. Did you see that?
It was incredible.
Like it was like pink and then just white. It was unbelievable.
You know what's interesting about that as well, yeah? You can drill that all you like,
Yeah.
but to have the mindset and the wherewithal, like to know where you are, to actually do it when it happens, and you've already been in a fight for 18 minutes, you've got to have a lot of mental discipline to pull that off.
Do you know what's interesting? We've seen like a lot of dominant champions lose recently.
Yes.
Usman versus Leon.
Great for the sport.
Yeah, great for the sport.
Yeah.
Amanda lost to Juliana Pena.
Yes.
She came back and won.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Does Grasso win the rematch? Because let's face it, Valentina deserves a rematch.
Yeah, she's going to get one. She's already asked for an immediate rematch, and
Yeah.
they're going to give it to her. Put it this way. Hot take. I think Grasso has a better chance of winning the rematch than Juliana Pena had a chance of beating
Yeah,
Amanda Nunes
Of
again.
course. But I don't know. I'm still going to pick Valentina for some reason. I feel like
Yeah,
she'll
because
work
of the
it out.
respect that you have
Yeah,
for her
she's
skill.
a brilliant champion.
Yeah.
I think she'll work it out.
There's no more spinnings.
Yeah, no more spinning.
I mean, she'll probably still throw the spin kick. She'll just
Yeah.
work out a safer ploy to do it and not
Yeah.
against the cage. It was a poorly timed spin kick because there was not enough
Yeah,
space.
why'd you do?
It was an inside spin kick. Like, there wasn't enough room to leverage the kick anyway.
How annoying must it be for guys like that, like Valentina throwing that, Chris Weidman doing it in a title fight,
Yeah.
and that one kick basically cost you the whole fight. And in Chris Weidman's case, it cost him his whole career
You know,
because he got beat so bad. After that, his chin was gone.
you know what's interesting about that, right? When the choke gets locked in, there must be a little moment that goes through the champion's head that says, I'm about to lose.
I'm about to lose. You can see with Valentina, she didn't want to tap.
Yeah.
She
because
really didn't want to tap.
She's probably sitting there. She's stopped fighting at this point, and now she's thinking, I'm not going to be champion anymore. While
Yeah.
she's getting choked out.
You
and then
see
she
it a
goes,
few
"Okay."
times. It's like you
fine.
can see there's an internal monologue going
Yeah,
on.
they're thinking
Like
about it.
McGregor was like, he had his hands low versus Khabib, and he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna tap. Like, but then versus Nate Diaz, he was just like, fuck it, let me out of
I
this.
wonder what that feels like.
Lucky we don't fight and we're pussies. So.
Yeah. No, I'll fight.
Yeah.
Fine.
But yeah, Alexa Grasso, like, if she does beat Valentina in the rematch, it's a pretty tough division, to be honest. Because, like, she's not, like, such a specialist in one department where you could be like, oh, she's going to smoke all these girls. It gets pretty competitive because she's going to have to fight, like, Mano Furio, whatever her name is, or Erin Blanchfield or Tyler Santos next, if she was to be champion.
I know it's bad to not bad to say. It's not bad to say.
Yeah.
Grasso's striking is superior to Blanchfield's.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, like,
But Blanchfield's wrestling.
yeah. But if she can keep that
Yeah.
shit upright,
Yeah.
it's a long night for Blanchfield.
Yeah.
I'm not impressed by Blanchfield's striking at all.
Yeah, of course not.
I think it's slow and cumbersome.
What's interesting is,
And she leads with her chin in the air.
yeah, what's interesting is a couple years ago before Grasso went to 125, she got destroyed by Tatiana Suarez.
She did.
And Tatiana Suarez kind of joined the division, and then she's going back to 115. If I'm Tatiana, I might be like, I want to stay here and fight the person I already beat.
Tatiana's probably licking her lips right now.
Maybe, yeah.
Slowly and seductively.
She is quite fit. I think it's better for UFC if you just have sexy girls at the top.
Really?
Like, have Alexa versus Tatiana Suarez. Have, like, I don't know.
so nothing to do with their skills.
I mean, yeah, with their skills, but being skillful and sexy is definitely a good combo for UFC.
You know, yeah, to a certain extent. But I'm going to ask you a question, right? Would you rather see Paige Van Zandt versus Victoria Lorde or whatever her name was, Valerie Lorde.
Valerie Loreda.
Yeah, whatever her name is. Or would you rather see Amanda Nunes versus Chris Cyborg?
I'd rather see Paige versus
Nah,
Loreda.
you liar.
Nah, I
You
swear.
liar.
In like
Why you lie?
in like a bra and panties match, yeah, for sure.
Oh, WWE times.
Yeah, WWE time.
Do you remember when Edge was gonna have sex with Alita in the ring,
It's amazing.
and they like teased it the week before?
Yeah.
Bruv, for that whole week, that's all I could think about.
Do you ever play the games?
What, the old WWE games?
Yeah.
I used to play them all the time when I was a
'Cause
kid.
You could have like a private lap dance from like Stacy Keibler or Tori Wilson.
Oh, which game?
I think like Here Comes the Pain or some shit. I can't remember.
I
All
re-
WWE games were the best, man.
I remember when SmackDown versus Raw, like 2004, whatever it was, 2007 maybe, some shit like that, right? My mum wouldn't let me buy the games.
Is it?
My dad didn't know about this rule, so I was in Tesco once with my brother, and I was like, "Dad, can we have this game?" And he was like, "Yeah, whatever, chuck it in." And he bought it for us, and we took that shit home and we put it in, and my mum couldn't be asked to take it back and get it refunded,
Yeah.
so we got the game.
Yeah.
And I remember when it was loading, me and my brother were in the conservatory cheering,
Yeah.
like literally cheering, like, "We've done it! We've got the game! We've got it past mum!" And we're playing. Career mode on SmackDown vs. Raw was sick, man.
Those WWE games were filthy though, man. Bra and panties matches. Yeah, they were epic.
Do you remember the first game where they made it accessible to go into the crowd? How sick that was.
Yeah, well, in 2000 and in Here Comes the Pain, you could go to like Times Square and jump off helicopters and shit.
What?
Yeah, you could
Really?
go backstage and like climb up the buildings in Times Square and all that.
I
Did you not play that?
I don't remember.
Here
that.
Comes the Pain is the greatest of all time. It's the best game ever.
I don't remember that.
You
We
missed
should-
out.
We should get that and play it.
We should right here. It's on PS2.
Can we do that?
Okay, one day.
How much would it cost us to buy a PS2?
Like 40 quid, maybe less.
Bro, I'm down.
At my parents' house.
Oh,
Got a CX, get the game.
Yes. Yes.
yeah,
Should we do like a gaming episode?
yeah,
Oh, that'd be so horny.
yeah.
Oh, mate, I'm so down for that.
All right, let's do it.
I'm gonna wear a Should we dress up as our favorite wrestlers as well?
Yeah.
I went as Rey Mysterio for World Book Day when I was a kid, which meant I just went in my pajamas and my mum put made a fake crappy mask.
What book did you say it was from?
I couldn't think of one, so I just went as Rey Mysterio and hope for the best.
Shall we move on to Shavkat Rakhmonov versus Jeff Neal?
Again, I was right.
Most people picked Shavkat, but I
So
don't
did
think I don't think anyone thought it'd be that competitive.
I did.
Did you?
I said it.
Okay.
I said on the last podcast, I said this is a bad time to be fighting Jeff Neal
Yeah.
because the man's changed his life.
Jeff Neal looked good, but I don't know if Jeff Neal looked good or Shavkat's defense was just terrible. Did you
He's
think
not got terrible defense.
it's not terrible, but it's like his hands were like low and he was just getting kind of like
I genuinely
hit in
think,
the face.
I think Shavkat was just enjoying himself.
He was just enjoying himself. He
Yeah.
it looked like he wanted to have more experience
Yes.
standing with a good striker.
It's probably the first time he's been tested.
It was like a diet version of Burns versus
Yeah.
Chimaev. That's what it was.
Like he was getting hit with stuff, but I don't think he felt too threatened by the power, so he
Yeah.
was entertaining it. But you should feel threatened by everyone's power because
Yeah.
if one thing lands on the right spot, you end up like Cody Garbrandt.
Yeah, Shavkat's the way he ended it, that choke, so disgusting.
Unconventional.
That was so rude.
Yeah. That's some that was like some school shit.
Yeah, that was like.
Come here, you little cunt.
Yeah.
Come here. Lucas,
filthy.
you want to see it?
Oh, we'll get a copyright strike. Or
No, we
something.
won't put it on the screen. I just want Lucas right in. Oh God.
Oh, no internet. Fuck it, don't
Oh,
worry.
there's no internet. Yeah, yeah.
My phone.
Okay, look up Shavkat Rakhmonov. That's what I'm worried about. Right, Shavkat versus O'Neal finish.
Oh, it's not Oni, it was Neil.
Neil.
Neal.
That's the one you're spelling, not Shavkat.
Oh yeah.
That's the one you think he needs help with.
Yeah, but Neil's like Neil.
Did you find it?
Yeah, I've done it with that machine.
Look how he finishes it. Like some fucking secondary school tactics. Like grabs him like, "Come here, you little prick." I didn't really understand.
Yeah.
Are you watching it as well?
Yeah.
It's like what you do to your little brother, innit? When he's like, you're trying to get the remote off your little brother. Give me the remote. Give me the remote. That's what they should call that technique. To give me the remote.
Yeah, my internet's working now, by the way.
You know what I noticed about
Yeah.
John Jones
What?
as well. I know we're going left, right, back, forward, right? But a point I didn't make about John Jones, he's really been watching the sport.
Yeah.
Because it's very easy for after 3 years for you to not keep up with the latest direction of where the sport's going, and you become out of date. How many fighters have we seen become out of date because the sport's just moved on?
Yeah.
Like kind of like to a certain extent, Conor McGregor,
Yeah.
right? But what I constantly saw John Jones doing is tying up legs, using almost like Sambo kind of style, reaching for arms, breaking his base constantly. So if you notice, when he took him down initially, he was trying to break his base
Yeah.
by reaching for the far arm and dragging it down,
Yeah.
and that wasn't working, so he just grabbed the other arm.
Yeah.
And then, Henry Cejudo, right?
Yeah.
Again, did you see the
Yeah.
comparison
Yeah.
video?
Yeah.
So Henry Cejudo in camp was telling John Jones, don't fall in love with a position, and
Yeah.
if you feel like it's not progressing, aggressively change the position.
Yeah.
Which is such an interesting educational thing to watch for us, because it really opens your eyes to what the top level guys are doing in these transitions, because we're not from wrestling backgrounds.
Yeah.
And that's such an interesting way of putting it. So he had the bag, but it wasn't really progressing, so he aggressively changed the position and went for a double leg, I believe, and dragged him down, and then basically turned him into a car seat.
Yeah. Cejudo's amazing, man, and that's
So
why
clever.
I'm not gonna doubt him versus Aljo.
No, you
feel-
can't doubt a guy like that.
Can't doubt him. He's just so in tune with the sport.
Did you see the video of Cejudo
And Aljo.
and Aljo? But Cejudo's wearing his baby.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Aljo's such a dickhead. Why would you do that while the guy's got a baby? Like,
It was all in good spirits, but then Aljo
Yeah.
said something inappropriate at the end. He said, "You're lucky your baby's here,"
yeah.
which is not. Don't say that. Don't say that. That's a weird thing to say.
That's weird, man.
But Cejudo didn't even bite back to it. He was like,
Cejudo's amazing. So Shavkat, obviously everyone's comparing Shavkat to Khamzat.
yeah.
How do you think that goes?
I think Khamzat beats him.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I think right now, Khamzat is obviously better grappler. Striking could be quite a war. Like, it could be quite competitive if it was just striking.
I think the difference between them will be
Yeah.
Khamzat's aggressiveness,
Yeah.
and I think Khamzat has a better mentality for winning.
And I think Khamzat would have made it look way easier versus Neil. Khamzat would have taken him down in a round and
Yeah.
just like mauled him.
Hamza's not going to play that game with
Yeah.
you. He's not going to be like, let's stand, let's see what
Yeah.
happens. He's learned his lesson from Gilbert
But
Burns.
I think Shavkat's learning though, and I think he's going to be a tough fight for anyone.
Oh yeah, there's no you're not going to get an easy
He's
fight.
he's going to like learn his way through wars. He's not going to look as dominant as Chimaev has. I think most of his fights are going to look like this. They're going to be like barn burners, basically.
Good enough to beat Kobe?
Not right now, but I think eventually, yeah.
How many more fights until
He's going to be a
ready?
tough fight for anyone.
Yeah, I think he beats Kobe. You know.
Right now,
Yeah,
maybe.
I think he's all wrong for Kobe.
But don't you think Kobe could just take him down? It would be tough.
Do you take that guys like
Striking wise, yeah, I would favor Shavkat. Yeah,
these guys come from deep.
bro, he's gonna be a
backgrounds, man.
tough fight for anyone. Like,
These
should we
guys are
do
different.
Shavkat versus the
Yeah,
top
Go on,
the top five?
go on.
So how does Shavkat do against the top five? Gilbert Burns,
Beats him.
Bilal Muhammad,
Beats him.
Chimaev,
Loses.
Kobe,
I believe beats him.
Usman,
Right now loses.
Leon.
Styles make fights. Beats him.
You think?
Styles make fights.
I don't know if he'll beat Bilal. I feel like Bilal could out grapple him.
In the spirit of underestimating Bilal,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
And
underestimate
also
Bilal.
Usman right now would probably beat him. And Leon's I think in kickboxing range, I think Leon would pull it off.
Shavkat's just gonna close that distance, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Like I said, he's gonna be a tough fight for anyone.
Yeah.
And I think he could be champion eventually, but I think right now he looks a little bit green. I don't know.
The numbers Chimaev and Shavkat are gonna do in the Middle East,
Oh man.
Russia, and Asia is gonna be astronomical.
That would I want that fight. I don't want that fight now. I want that fight to happen when one of them's champ.
That fight's gotta happen in Abu Dhabi.
That one of them has to be champion.
Yes.
And that will be unbelievable.
Oh,
That might be like one of the greatest fights of all time.
That's an Abu Dhabi fight.
Yeah, Shavkat versus
Because they can't do it in
Khamzat.
Russia for obvious reasons.
Shavkat versus Khamzat 2024 or 2025?
You bring this Shavkat Rachmanov guy to me, brother. Brother, you think you can get me against Cage and put me in headlock, brother, like I'm your little brother? No, brother. I grab your head, brother, and I put it on my head, brother, and I smash you to the floor, brother. Brother, you think I care that Laura Sanko has a crush on you, brother? I don't care about Laura. I don't care about you, brother. I smash everybody in Kazakhstan. What is Borat, brother? What the fuck is Borat, brother? Very nice.
What do you think of the hat, though? Laura was wearing the hat.
Laura's got a weird crush on him.
Yeah.
Of all
Laura's fit, man.
Laura's also weird though, because of all the guys to have a crush on. Did you see what she said about him?
No.
He does stuff to me.
Ah,
She said that.
okay.
Weird.
She's gone a bit like Middle Eastern-y because she was wearing the hijab. I think she's in love with the culture.
Habibi,
Yeah.
Habibi,
Helicopter, helicopter.
I will give my life to Pakistan.
Grape. Have you seen that, Lucas? No. Oh my God.
Oh, mate.
This is a
No. Oh, Lucas, you want to watch something fun? Yeah. What do we tell him to type in? Kids Pakistan video.
That doesn't sound great.
I know. But so basically, it's these kids, right, lining up saying what they're going to do for Pakistan.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
When I'm older, I'm going to be pilot and destroy India.
Grape.
Wow, great.
No, that's very funny. Yeah, I've seen that.
Okay, fair enough.
I
what
watch that
else?
video every
We
morning.
got to run through this card, man. Okay, so next was Gamrot, Jalen Turner. I think Jalen Turner's got a big future, man. He looked really good. He was outstriking him. He was landing well, but he got controlled in it, unfortunately.
But for our haters on TikTok, your boy lost. I'm joking. That was a
Gamrot,
good fight, good competitive fight, very evenly matched fight.
it
Wasn't as
one-sided as people thought.
no. I wouldn't say that. I think people thought it was going to be more entertaining than it turned out to be.
It was entertaining while it was standing.
It was a bit, yeah.
But then Gamrot got the control, and it just became a Gamrot grappling fight.
It was nothing to write home about.
But thing about Gamrot is like he won that fight, not in the most convincing fashion. Some people were giving it to Jalen, but like he doesn't move up or like down. He just stays there. So it was like a shit fight for him to take because now it's like above him you got Chandler who's fighting McGregor, you got Dariush who's probably going for the title shot next door fighting Oliveira, you got Gaethje who's fighting Fiziev.
I think Fiziev wins that, by the way.
You think,
Yeah, at this point.
Yeah, Fiziev would win. Fiziev's probably going to get the title shot.
At this stage in their careers, Fiziev wins.
Yeah.
If you had asked me this maybe 2-3 years ago, I'd say Gaethje wins.
But yeah, I don't really know what's next for Gamrot. He's probably going to have to go backwards and fight RDA or some shit. I don't know.
I mean, they could do a rematch with Arman because that was disputed.
Yeah.
But again,
like
it's
that
weird.
lightweight division, that like 6, 7, 8, it's just like they're stuck in traffic.
People say, oh, like lightweight used to be the most stacked division. People are sleeping on how stacked lightweight still is.
It's still
stacked.
Yeah.
Look at that. None of those guys are easy.
I still think 170 is the best division though.
Where's Paddy Pimblett ranked at the moment? He's not even ranked.
He's not right.
The future world champion and pound for pound king isn't even ranked at lightweight.
Bro.
Would you believe it?
Bro. Oh man. I'm just thinking of what Jalen Turner and Gamrot would do to Paddy Pimblett.
Mate, Paddy Pimblett is going to sit on Islam Makhachev and punch him in the face repeatedly and say, let's talk now. Let's talk now, lad. Let's talk now.
Does that happen while he's sleeping in his dreams after he's been choked out by Islam Makhachev? Or does it happen when he's dead in his afterlife?
Probably in the afterlife.
Probably in the afterlife, yeah.
That ain't happening.
Yeah, man, I don't think that's happening. But yeah, I think 170 is the best division now. Like that
Absolutely
top
good.
5 is so exciting.
Bantamweight's fun.
Bantamweight's fun. But
Bantamweight's kind of horny these days.
like 170, you got Leon, Usman, Kobe, Chimaev, Muhammad,
my God.
Burns, Rakhmanov, Wonderboy.
This shows you how good you need to be these days.
You got Masvidal at 10. You got
Who's sorry? Let me have a look.
touch my phone, bro.
Get your own wanking machine. Ed Keir said that to me once. Because I had to,
I didn't order any takeaways.
I had to borrow my dad's phone or something, and then as a joke he said, "I don't want to use your wanking machine. I want my own wanking machine." It's quite funny. Call it a wanking machine. It's fairly accurate. All right, For example, yeah, picture being someone like Vicente Luque, yeah, or Sean Brady, who are great, brilliant fighters, right?
Yeah,
And you can't get past number 10.
it's tough.
So tough.
Like Vicente Luque, I would say Vicente Luque is pretty much, he needs to accept that he's going to be a gatekeeper.
Yeah.
Sean Brady still got potential.
Madalena versus Chiesa, they should make that.
It's a good fight.
Yeah, that's a good step up fight.
Chiesa kind of seems like he's done though. He's kind of an analyst.
That's
now.
why they should do it.
Bantamweight, bantamweight stacked too. What else we had in the card? We had Bo Nickal.
Yeah.
Bo Nickal, like
Was
people
it?
are saying it was a nut shot. And
Was it?
I
Or
mean,
was it really up? I think it might have been a nut shot.
even if it was a nut shot, they would have stopped the action. The guy would have had a few seconds to recover, get taken down again,
Yeah.
choked out. It
Apparently he's
would've
appealing it.
happened. Good luck.
Yeah, I mean, those rarely get
mean-
overturned.
Never.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't think of one. Put it this way. If that gets overturned and John Jones's one doesn't,
Yeah.
the world is mental.
Yeah. Jamie Pickett, like it was going to happen to him no matter what.
The reason it's not going to get overturned is because from those angles, there's no way of actually conclusively saying it was a
Yeah.
nut shot.
Yeah.
So it's not going to get overturned.
Also, we had Cody Garbrandt look like amazing for 2 rounds, and then he just turned into shit. I don't know what happened to him. He looked amazing for the first 2 rounds. His striking was clean. He was looking like the old Cody. He was dancing and shit.
It's the
And then
Amir
the third
Khan,
round, like Trevin Jones barely threw a punch all fight. He lands one and he kind of rocks him. I'm like, oh my God, Cody, what is going on?
It's the Amir Khan of the UFC.
He is
brilliant.
Yeah.
But bloody if you land on him, everyone's in trouble.
I don't know what's next for him because he kind of like, his stock didn't go down, but it kind of didn't go up either. It's kind of like, okay, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, who else do we need to speak about?
Duplessis and Derek Brunson.
No, I don't want to talk about it.
Like, it was a good fight though. It was like one of the best fights in the card.
Fuck Duplessis.
Derek Brunson, I just want to say, Derek Brunson, he always looks good in round 1 and then round 2, he just... But, I think he's going to retire. Like, good career, man.
What's the referee doing at the end?
Derek Brunson was, like, smiling. Do you see? He's like, he's punching me in the face.
He was going to the fucking shadow room.
Yeah.
That's why.
I don't understand. The referee was like, he's enjoying it because he's smiling. He's enjoying it.
So do an impression of the referee.
Yeah.
Brunson is just dying. slowly.
And then this happens, and then they fucking stop the fight.
You know what's mad? Yeah. You know what's mad, right? This is a fact, yeah?
Yeah.
If you're a referee in the UFC and a fight gets stopped because they threw in a towel,
Yeah.
that means you should have stopped it
You
about
fucked
2
up.
minutes ago.
You
Because
fucked up.
no one throws in towels in the UFC.
No one does, yeah.
Boxing, it happens like every card.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
Rightfully so, yeah.
Yeah.
MMA, the last time I remember it happening is, I think, Nick Diaz, Robbie Lawler. Because Nick Diaz's team is smart. They're like, no, we don't want Nick to take all this damage for no reason. But other guys, there's been guys where they've basically been destroyed, and then the corner's like Cater versus Max. They could have stopped that ages before.
Yeah.
Like, the corner should have done that. Yeah, it was a good card, man.
Ian Gary
He,
overcome some adversity.
he did, and that was good for him.
Yep.
'Cause he's going to learn now, and
He
after
said-
that, he was looking like
Yeah.
wild beater, man. He was.
I mean, it's good to get your chin tested.
yeah.
I mean, it's not good to get chinned, but
Nah.
at least he knows he can recover now.
He corrected the mistake he made in fight.
Yep.
So the same shot that landed later on, he slipped it, and then he countered.
Well, he said in his
looked really good.
post-fight interview,
Yeah.
and the fact that it's great that people are looking to hear it from a guy who was in the prelims.
Yeah.
Right. It's good sign for his career.
He's very smart, well spoken.
Very smart. And I think he's doing that on purpose because he's thinking ahead. He probably wants a career in commentary one day and
Yeah.
all that stuff. So he's
Got-
doing all the right
got-
things.
He's got a dime piece babe as well.
Everything's going well.
Yeah.
Wearing a he was playing with Conor McGregor's son. Always good. Hugging the missus, kissing the babies, all good stuff. However, he said the reason he got caught with that left hook is because for whatever reason, he decided to throw a left hook to the body, which he never throws.
Yeah.
And when he threw it, this hand dropped. I guess because he doesn't drill it.
Yeah.
So the muscle memory went away.
Okay.
And he got caught and he recovered and then he got the stoppage. He's a fun fighter.
Yeah.
What do we know about his wrestling? Not
What
much.
weight class is he again? Welterweight. Welterweight's a tough
Oh.
thing. It's a tough weight class to be a striker. just a
man.
striker.
You could be the problem with Ian Gary. He can be brilliant and not beat anyone in the top 10.
Do you think 170 is the most wrestling heavy division?
It's the hell division.
Is
It's forget the wrestling division.
Yeah.
It's murderers row.
yeah, it's the best division at the moment.
Because that top 10 is full of guys who are just good at everything.
That top 6 is like full of champs. They're
Yeah.
all they're all
They could all
potential
be-
champs in different eras.
They could all beat each other on any given day.
I know.
Which is scary.
They're all a tough fight for each other.
So it begs the question: if one of those guys can beat everyone else in that top 6,
They become the GOAT. Yeah.
bro.
If
that's some
Leon
Mount Rushmore
defends
shit.
versus everyone,
He's not going.
which he probably won't.
No, I mean,
Most likely he'll probably be Hamza.
I'd love to see it. That'd
Yeah.
be fun.
170 is just it's disgusting. It's so good. Did you want to compare GSP's career or
How much time we got, Lucas?
Done 50 minutes.
We've done 50 minutes. Yeah, let's do it.
okay?
That's fun.
So John Jones.
Shall I try and get GSP?
Oh wait, just before while I'm pulling this up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you get GSP. But did you see that Jake Gyllenhaal movie shit?
It looked shit.
It looked really shit and
Yeah.
cringy. Like, I get they were trying to like film a movie and stuff, but it just looks so dumb. Like,
The problem with actually doing that UFC event, normally these things take several takes
yeah,
to get right.
they just did it in one.
They did it in one, which is risky.
Jake Gyllenhaal just did some shitty speech where he kind of like fumbled the bag while he was
Yeah.
doing it, and then like when they're doing that thing of like where he's punching the dude like and he's punching him extra. In reality, if someone did that to a fighter, don't you think the team would jump the cage and be like, "Get off my guy"?
Yeah, that doesn't
Like-
happen.
It was just so dumb. It's stupid.
Yeah, and Jake's character, like you said, just seemed a bit strange.
Yeah, it's just some dumb movie where he's gonna be some like ex MMA fighter, and then I don't know, Roadhouse.
Okay.
Roadhouse.
Let's go from first title. fight. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we doing GSP second run?
Let's start. Let's
So-
start with the first run. Fuck it.
Okay, so this is GSP's title.
I've got GSP's record in front of me. You
Okay,
just get
so this is John Jones versus GSP title run.
Yes. Who's had the better strength of schedule is what we're saying. Right. And we should restart this segment because I feel like we've
You
confused people.
restart it.
Okay, so we are going to compare John Jones and GSP's strength of schedule. Forget whether they won it or lost it, just strength of schedule. And we're going to start from GSP's first title run and John Jones's first title run. Obviously, he never lost, blah, blah, blah. You guys get the picture. Right, so GSP's first title fight was against Matt Hughes, who was...
Is this
John
to win the
Jones.
belt?
No, he lost it. But that doesn't matter. We're just going
Oh.
to start from there.
Shogun Rua. He won.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. Just strength of schedule. Matt Hughes is the better fighter, in my opinion, than
Oh,
Shogun.
okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah. GSP's next fight was against Dave Stresser.
Rampage Jackson.
Rampage Jackson's better. Jason Miller.
Machida.
Machida's better. Frank Trigg.
Rashad Evans.
Rashad Evans. Sean Shirk.
Belfort.
Who you taking?
Belfort.
Belfort. BJ Penn.
Chael Sonnen.
BJ Penn.
BJ Penn.
Matt Hughes again.
Alexander Gustafsson.
Gotta take Matt Hughes.
I'm going to take Gustafsson.
That's a
Matt Hughes
wild
kind of
take.
fell off though.
Matt Hughes has the way better career.
Yeah, but that's because he fought like 12 times in a year.
Bro, there is
In the like shit days.
there is no way of saying Matt Hughes.
Gustafsson had top... Okay, we're not doing Gustafsson versus Matt Hughes. Fuck that. Okay,
no.
fine.
Matt Serra.
Teixeira.
You gotta say Teixeira.
Yeah.
Yeah. Josh Koscheck.
Daniel Cormier. All day.
Cormier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Matt Hughes again.
OSP. Okay, fine. Matt Hughes.
Matt Hughes. Matt Serra.
Daniel Cormier.
Daniel Cormier. John Fitch.
Gustafsson.
Gus over John Fitch. BJ Penn.
Anthony Smith.
BJ Penn. Thiago Alves.
Thiago Santos.
Alves.
Santos. Come on, man. Santos.
Really?
Yeah. Definitely.
All right, yeah.
What else?
I was just looking at his record.
Who's next?
Dan Hardy.
Dominic Reyes. I'll go with Dominic Reyes.
At the time.
Yeah.
Maybe.
They both kind of had the same career, to be honest.
Josh Koscheck.
Cyril Gane. John Jones has run out of title fights now,
Yeah.
but I think you fucked it because you did GSP's non-title fights too. You
Yeah.
you chose like 3 non-GSP title fights.
Who you? I think John Jones.
John
probably,
Jones, yeah.
Well, that concludes that.
But obviously with GSP you missed out Condit, Diaz, Johnny Hendricks, because we weren't doing it side by side on.
Let's
title
all right
fights.
now. Let's compare their 3 best wins.
Yeah.
Right? So, GSP's 3 best wins. Let's go for it. Matt Hughes,
Yeah.
BJ Penn, and who's third? Those are the clear obvious ones.
Probably Condit.
Condit over Bisping. Would you say that's a better win?
I mean,
Diaz.
yeah. I'll say the Bisping one was more of a grand spectacle. But John Jones, man, DC, Gustafsson, and you could probably go with Shogun even, or the Gane win.
Or Rashad.
Or
'Cause
Rashad.
Rashad at the time was a bad boy.
And it was a big rivalry too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with John Jones, man. John Jones is the GOAT.
John Jones broke the
Undeniable.
schedule.
Yeah.
Congratulations, John Jones.
You're the GOAT, man. You're the punchline poddy's GOAT.
Right, shall we wrap this bitch up?
Yeah,
That's
I think it's undeniable that John Jones is the GOAT, man. It's just...
What a guy.
Do you think if John Jones loses from here on out, he loses GOAT status?
I need a week to think about that.
I don't think he will. I think he's cemented it now. And I feel like he should only fight 2 more times. He should fight Stipe and make the Ngannou fight happen.
Yeah.
After that, he doesn't need to fight Sergey Pavlovich
No,
and
no one cares.
Tom Aspinall.
You
You don't need to fight those guys.
No.
Just fight the legends of the sport now.
I really hope he has the foresight to quit while he's ahead.
I hope he will. I think he will. He's smart.
I don't like seeing guys losing to guys they would have smashed 10 years ago.
He
you
shouldn't
know?
be fighting more than 2 title defenses. Let's do Stipe, Ngannou if it can happen. If Ngannou can't happen, let's just fight Stipe and retire.
Yeah, let's call it there.
Let's call it there. Or, I don't know, Tom Aspinall or
What does it doesn't
Curtis Blades.
doesn't add anything to John Jones's legacy.
Once he starts fighting guys like Curtis Blades and Tom Aspinall, it will just turn into like the same John Jones where he's
Bored.
not interested.
Yeah.
He's going to have to, like how he fought Santos and Reyes, it's going to turn into that. So I
Like,
don't
what are
wanna
we
see
doing
that.
at that point, innit?
Nah.
There's no point.
Stipe, good fight, epic, you know, a legend versus a legend. Let's
And
make
if
that
nothing
happen.
crazy comes up.
I hope not. But
DC. No, could you imagine?
if DC
No,
came
no,
out, that
no,
would be
no.
sick. That would be amazing.
No, he's
Bro, I hope
way-
DC will come back.
Bro, before DC retired, he said he sneezed and injured his back.
Yeah.
So imagine where he's at now.
Do you think there's anyone else who could come back and challenge John Jones?
No. What, from his past?
Yeah, his wife. No.
Fucking hell.
Any heavyweights in the world? Ryan Bader, he's already beaten.
No.
Nah.
No. Ngannou, but Ngannou's done.
Bro, they need to make that Ngannou fight happen
It's not going to happen.
because that is sad. If we never see John Jones versus Ngannou, it's sad, bro.
The UFC are willing to watch that die
Why is
meant to-
Dana just so dismissive of it? Never.
because it's if they let John Jones go fight, get out of his contract, right? See out his contract, go fight Deontay Wilder or something, get 30 mil, and
You
then
mean
sign a
Ngannou?
new contract.
You mean Ngannou?
No, so what did I say?
You said John Jones.
Sorry, yeah. So if they let Ngannou, right, run out his contract, go fight someone like Deontay Wilder for 30 million, and then sign a new contract, it sets a bad precedent for the UFC because the UFC wants to control their fighters
Yeah.
and keep them on a pay grade and not ever be compromised and forced into a corner. So they can't do that. It's against their policy. It's a bad policy, but it's against their policy.
I just think it's a travesty, man, that we'll never see that.
Yeah.
It's up there now, like amongst the great fights we never saw. So I'd say John Jones versus Ngannou's one, GSP versus Anderson Silva's one, Khabib never going to welterweight. I feel like that's one as well. Versus Usman or whoever.
Me never getting a title shot.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Is there any others you can think of?
No, I think you got him. Anderson versus John Jones would have been fun. Did you say that?
Yeah, I said Anderson versus GSP.
Yeah, Anderson versus John Jones would have been fun.
Yeah,
as
I
well.
mean, John Jones would have destroyed him.
Yeah, but it would have still been fun to
Yeah.
watch.
All right, should we wrap this bitch up?
Yes. Yes. Guys, thank you for coming to the Punchline Podcast. I've been Muhsin Yasalada. This has been Farhan
I've been
Solo.
LeBron James.
LeBron James. Make sure you like, subscribe, and if you've watched this far, you are an incel as usual. Lucas, thank you for coming today.
That's all right, guys. Thank you
Despite
for having me.
Lucas just had an operation to make his penis smaller, but he still came in.
Yeah.
So thank you, Lucas.
It's good to have that weight off me now. It's good.
In many ways, yes, that's a beautiful thing you just said. Thank you and goodbye.